YouTube, MFFLs. What's good, everybody, man? What is good with everybody this evening? I'd like to welcome y'all to another brand spanking new edition of We Talk Mavs here on the Glow Sun Sports YouTube channel. Now, if you guys have been following this channel, you ought to know by now who I be. It is your boy Real, and joining me is the man who put out the obituary for what's his boy name, Herbie Johnson tonight, as he was guarding Luka, and Luka was chewing him up like food out there, man. It was crazy. And that's my boy King, man. What's up, man?
Nothing much. Good game. A little sloppy then, but we'll talk about it.
Yeah,
Let's
we're
go,
gonna get
Mavs.
into it, man. We're gonna definitely get into it, man. But of course, y'all already know before we do that, I gotta give you a rundown of how this works, guys. If you're new to the show, we usually give you our overall reaction to the game. We give you our positives. We give you our negatives. We give you the game ball, no matter the wins and the losses. And the most important part of the show goes to you guys. We take your questions and your comments at the end of the show. We post them throughout the show, but we will address them at the end of the show. All right, King, man, you ready to do this, man? Are you ready?
Let's do it. Let's get
All
it.
right, man. Let's see what that score was. Too close for call, man. The Mavs win 125 to 118. They are now 11 games over 500, which is huge. All right, man. Top performers are Luka with a nasty 49, 15, and 8. And McCullum had 38, 2, and 5. So we'll get into that a little bit more here. Let's go ahead and get into these stats, man. Dallas shot over 50% from the field, over 47% from three. Pretty bad defense tonight for him, man. The Pelicans shot 50% from the field, 42% from three. They were doing pretty good on defense. I don't know what happened in the fourth quarter, but we're gonna get into that tonight. So, with all that being said, King, you ready to get into it?
Let's do it.
All right, man. Go ahead and give us your overall reaction. Wait for it. Tonight.
Um,
Go ahead.
all right. First thing first. This was a dominant performance by Luka. Um, Fourth quarter, I'll get to it in a second. But the game was pretty easy. He was out there dominating. I think somebody was talking trash with him out in the audience, and he
Why?
took it personal. I don't know why, and he took it personal. He had about 40 points in like 29 minutes tonight. At one point, he was just cooking them. Maxi Kleber again stepped up. The offense seems to be turning around. Luka's turning around offensively. The team's turning around with around him, and the offense is looking good. Defensively, we three quarters was good defense, no problem with it. I think the basketball gods actually disliked me today. I disrespected the Pelicans. I asked for Luka to come back in. We actually had a group message, and I said, "Hey
Yeah.
guys, is it bad that I want the Pelicans to come back because I want Luka to get this 50 pointer, maybe a 50
William
point
said
triple double?"
yes.
And they ended up starting to come back, got it down to about 15. Luka comes back in the game when he probably thought his night was going to be over at that point, and then just tried hard to get 50 points. Didn't really play much defense. Guys were just out there just trying to basically get him his 50 points. At one point, got to a point he tried to get a couple assists, but guys weren't making it. And I think they just got sloppy. I'm not going to hold it too heavy. It's not like I don't think this is something that's going to bite them in the butt down the line. They got the W. I just think they were trying to get Luka. They had a team thing, and they were trying to get Luka another 50-point game before the All Star break. And you don't disrespect teams like that. And we learned a lesson today. Luckily, we learned it in a win. And let's move on. But yeah, man, I'm still high on this team. Great job by the Mavericks. Luka still cooked the guys. Basically, anybody put on him. He was doing whatever he wanted to do. And his 3-point shooters coming around. I just wish he would make those free throws. It's like, I guess, a major coincidence, or ironic, I should say, that he had to make 2 free throws to go over 50 points, so get the 50. And you can see him walking to the line saying, just got to make one. He actually said it before he got to the line, and he went up there and missed both of them. So, you just don't play with the basketball guards like that. He got stuck on 49, and it's all good. That means within the last, 4 games now, he's had over 45 points 3 times.
Yep.
Yeah, I think if at this point now, he wasn't in the MVP conversation at top 5. He's in the MVP conversation now. There's no way he cannot be in the MVP conversation. So Big win for the Mavs. Big performance by Luka Doncic. Big performance by other guys as well. I liked um, what's his name, Spencer Dinwiddie minutes again. I know he didn't score much again, but I still felt like he was out there producing as far as playmaking. It's awesome to see him, JB, and Luke on the court at one time. Just knowing you have three guys, as you said last video, Rel, you have three guys that can go out there and actually, just play make and actually dribble the ball and get around the court. JB had another JB game again, JB, and Maxi's on a after Maxi was on this cold streak. Now we got to call him, and maybe Maxi's the starting center for this team. I'm starting to think about that as well. But that's another conversation as well. Down the line we can talk about. But yeah, man, just a good performance.
Yeah, man. I blame you for this near loss tonight, man. You started celebrating too early, man, and I was like, "Dang it, King." No, you sure you don't want Maxi to continue to come off the bench? That way he can add some power, some punch off the bench with Bertans and Spencer Dinwiddie and those guys.
I mean, he can come off the bench if he wants to, but I just feel like he may actually be the best weapon we have at the five position. As far as defensively, he's shooting the ball well right now. He's making plays off the dribble actually as well, and I just feel like I don't know. I just feel like he may be a saving grace at the center position that can actually play a little defense. It's going to be tough against his body, but why can't Maxi play against fives in this league? And I think he likes playing against fives.
Yeah, like I said, right now is him and Dwight Powell are two big men right now, especially with Marquise Chris out and us cutting Moses Brown and like you said, we said before, Boban not getting any minutes. You know what I'm saying? So they gotta have to stagger both of those guys until we can kind of figure out what we're gonna do as far as a big man or just kind of. I guess we're going to like you. I think you said in the last video we're gonna have to sit and play zone, man, for the rest of the year because we don't have like a consistent big guy that can really just bang with people down low. And tonight, once again, a team. I know you're gonna say we won, but yeah, now you're doing that. But what is it gonna do in the playoffs when people strategize against you on these type of situations? They try to play a big man rotation against Dallas tonight, and we still won, of course. But like I said, what is this going to? Well, what teams are going to see this right here, man? They're gonna pinpoint your weakness in the playoffs. You're not playing the Pelicans in the playoffs. You're playing like Golden States and Phoenixes and guys like that in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? So those type of teams are going to exploit that by doing some of the stuff that we've seen some of these other teams do, trying to combat the fact that you don't have any big men. And so, of course, I mean, I know that's something I don't know if they're going to be able to fix like right away or whatever. So I guess probably something we're just going to have to try to dance around, I guess, until the off season. But just the fact, man, it looked like Luka was out of gas
Yeah.
in that fourth quarter,
Hmm.
and you can hear him talking about it at the post game show today. Like he was out of gas, you could tell. Um, his legs were completely gone in the fourth quarter, which is why a lot of his floaters were short, his jumpers were short. He settled more for jumpers. They tell you, man, once you can get tired, man, the first thing to go is your legs. And it's easier for him to just pull up and just shoot it instead of just let me get this extra moves off my legs and go to the basket. And so that the free throws, I know you're gonna say, oh, he normally misses free throws, but I think he was in a rhythm with his free throws, man, until he got to the fourth quarter. And like you said, the dude scored 45 plus points, man, over the last like 4 out of like 5 games or whatever. So it's bound to catch up with him. And I think he addressed that in one of the post games. He said, well, matter of fact, after he scored the 51, he said he was tired. And so I don't know if you probably didn't see the post game when Mark Followell and them had interviewed him,
Yeah,
and it
so
was like, congratulations, represent Dallas and Cleveland. The first thing he said, man, I'm gonna rest. Like, and I believe him. Like, I don't think Luka's gonna go anywhere this weekend. I think he's gonna take those 2 days to rest. He's gonna do what he do in the All-Star game. He's gonna probably just kind of go through the motion with the All-Star game, and I think he might get one more day off after that. Use that to rest, man, and get his body back right, man, because that dude been on a tear. And
yeah.
like you said, we gotta start. Maybe we need to start talking about the MVP conversation, man. Might need to start putting him in the MVP conversation. I haven't heard any um conversations going towards that with Luka. But I mean, who's to say? You know what I'm saying? Like, let's see what happens after this All Star break. Let's see what people are saying or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because there are still people are still not talking about the Mavericks, And so if they're not talking about the Mavericks, that goes to show you that they're not talking about Luka either, especially with this tear this dude is on right now. And I think I agree with you too on that last video. I think Luka's gonna win Player of the Month.
I told
He's
you.
gonna get Player of the Month. Like the
Mhm.
dude's been stupid this month, man. Had a near 50-point triple. I really wanted him to get that 50-point triple double, man. That would be nice on his resume, man.
It's coming, man. It's still coming. It's still
Hey,
coming.
and he getting close too. He getting close. Like he could have had in that last game. I think he was like 4 rebounds or something like that. 4 assists shy.
Yeah,
Like what, 2 rebounds? No, he was 2 assists away tonight
yeah.
from getting it. So,
And
but
he almost
yeah,
had 15 rebounds.
yeah, he almost had 15 rebounds. Yeah, like it was all around dominance game for him today, man. And CJ McCollum, man, Jesus, that boy can get buckets, man, and that's why I think a lot of Mad fans wanted CJ McCollum because he's a walking bucket. You add that type of production with Luka, man, that would be nasty, man. I see why people kind of wanted him. Um, but yeah, that's my takeaway, man. Anything else you want to add?
CJ just his lack of defense still, I feel like, and not as much playmaking. It was something else I wanted to say to you, talk to you about while you were talking. I forgot though, so maybe I'll get it back when we're talking.
You gonna talk about how I was right about Luka being the coldest guy on the planet right now?
I mean, I said he's the best player in the NBA. So,
Hey, man, listen,
oh,
bro.
I,
You looking like it. You
I
looking
remember.
like it.
I remember what I was going to say to you, bro.
Oh, go ahead.
The only guy I have above him in the MVP race right now is CP3. He's the only guy I have definitively above Luka Doncic. He's after that, it's a jumble of everybody else. I feel like because I really don't think CP3 is getting the respect he deserves. I still don't understand why. But
Narratives.
yeah, it's a crazy narrative. But right after him, that jumbo of Joel Embiid, DeMar DeRozan,
I
Joker.
haven't heard. I haven't been hearing Jokic lately either.
But even if they didn't, him, Luka, maybe Steph, like Giannis,
I
that
haven't been hearing
whole
Steph either.
cluster. That's what Steph is kind of. I don't think Steph's going to get it. I think Steph's maybe falling off. Not as far as career or anything like that, but just this year. But I do think, man, it's not. I keep saying it. It's not. It's not out the realm for Luka to win it because if they won't give it to
I just need
CP3,
to hear his name. I just need to hear him in conversations.
play of the month, man. Once you get a play of the month, you're in there. Like that's you're running the conversation at that point, and I think he's in there. And John Morant just had his career high of 44 points like yesterday.
Yeah,
Like your career high of 44 points.
yeah.
But
I saw that.
MVP.
Yeah, I
45
get it.
points in three out of 4 games, and 44 points your career high. No disrespect, Ja. I love you still, but brother,
Do
still love.
you? Do you?
I'm a fan of John Morant, man. Don't do that.
All right, man. Let's get into these positives, man. What positive do you have tonight, man?
Uh, I guess defense for 3 quarters. Luka being Luka. Maxi Kleber. Oh, also another question for you, Maxi. So you don't
Mhm.
think other teams or other fans when they playing us don't look and say, "Dag, you let Maxi Kleber score 20 points," the same way we look at other centers and say the same thing?
Did you look at the video I sent you yesterday from Miami?
Yes.
The Miami folks? They said
Um,
that on their video
that's what I'm
after that
saying to
game.
you. So
He's like,
if
Maxi Kleber. He's like,
if
yeah, only one of the guys on there was like, he knew about Maxi Kleber. He's like, man, look, Maxi can play.
that's
He's
what I'm
like,
saying.
Maxi got
So
some defense, man, and he can shoot. I was just like, okay, so we gotta.
we got big guys toasting us and all, getting buckets on us, but Maxi out there stretching the defense and making them pay as well. So I'm saying it's a little, it's deeper than numbers or just what you think as far as the center position. Like Maxi out there putting up 20 points and stretching the field, stretching the court, I should say. Like I feel
Yeah,
like that's a big step as far as on the other side, not allowing the centers on the other team to just sit and just get comfortable doing something. They still got to play defense on Maxi. So that's a positive. JB again. I mean, I feel like JB is getting underrated on the show a little bit because he's just becoming that Mr. Consistent. 20 points a game,
bro,
five
it feels
assists.
like he didn't miss no shots tonight, bro. That's what it feels
JB,
like.
I'm telling you, you don't want to get a man a chance. I want to get a man a chance to be that number two, number
No.
three guy.
I'm giving him a chance. I'm just,
Be
I
that.
just,
I think it's going to happen, man. I think this is the year. Why not? Um, I'm getting a lot of that 2011 vibe again.
oh my god,
Individual,
bro.
individual
Stop saying that,
superstar with
bro.
a bunch of guys around him that
Yeah,
know their role. I'm just telling you, man, I'm getting
bro.
that vibe. I know nobody wants to believe it, and we flew under the radar that year. We 11 games over 500. We're not far from most of the teams in the league that everybody talks about has an MVP candidate. Even though our guy, for some reason, our guys and talked about missing his guy. I don't worry about it. Just let it keep rocking. Let Luka. Luka's gonna put the city back on the map, y'all. So y'all should be proud of Luka. That's
Are you saying 2011 because they asked Nico that?
no. I'm just saying 2011 because uh, Streak Busters.
Okay, I
Mavs
was
were
about to
Streak
say
Busters
because
in
they
2011.
brought that up to Nico. They asked him, "Does this team remind him of the 2011 team?"
It's,
The way
it's,
it's being
it's
constructed right now.
it seemed like it's being constructed like that. Like they're and I told you I think they believe a while ago that Luka is at that level, that LeBron James level, and all. With him alone is enough to take guys over the hump. They believe they can get guys that are more, I guess, consistent than those Cavaliers. Like I would take this team over the Cavaliers squad of those like 2007 years, something like that. So I'm telling you, man, like we have a decent team. Every day I'm looking at them, I'm thinking, man, we can make it to the Western Conference Finals. We can make it to the finals. It's all about matchups and who we match up against. And again, I'm just waiting for the playoffs. And I think this team's getting a little tired. The All-Star break came at the right time
Yeah, it
to
really
get them
did.
ready because I think they're basically ready for the playoffs. And out of the gate, it's like 4 important games right out of the gate. So another measurement to show the Mavericks to see where they are, man. Like, let's go. Let's go win these 4 games or win 3 out of 4. I say win all 4 of them. Why not?
So you still want Luka to go out here and score 50 in the All Star game?
Yes. And I feel
Okay.
like the All-Star game is different though. So
You need Luka to rest, bro. He just scored 100 and
he's
150
fine.
something points in like 4 games or something.
Nobody's playing defense in the All-Star game. Come on, man. Who's sweating at the All-Star game? This the
Me?
All-Star game. They go out there and they just bouncing balls to each other and just dunking. I'm not worried about that. And then we don't play again to what? Friday, Thursday?
It's
It's
crazy.
like
Why
late
you
in the
bro?
week, I think, against Utah. I think it's like late, like maybe
Oh,
Friday.
yeah.
Yeah,
You ready
so
for that? You
go
ready?
ahead, Luka. Why not? He's gonna get his rest. He's fine. He's gonna get his time.
All right, man. Let's go ahead and get into these negatives, man. With them negative talking about, man. What you got?
For the fourth quarter.
Yeah,
Just taking the team for granted on both sides of the ball, offense, defense. Guys couldn't make threes. They got into a feed Luka and give him the ball and let's try to get him 50 mode. CJ McCollum went off, showing them that he is a quality NBA player, and that if you guys want to keep playing around, I can come and score buckets. Um, yeah, that was the main thing. Jackson Hayes at the beginning of the game went off on us. I felt like, but we kept their guys in foul trouble, and other than that, that's the main thing. We played around with them at the end, but we're way better than this team. Yeah, whoever watched this game knows that.
yeah. I think they said something about, man. CJ's been scoring like 30 something plus, man, since he been over there.
Yeah,
Like the dude, like I said, dude's a walking bucket, man. You gotta pay attention to CJ. Um, yeah, like you said, the defense for CJ was a little suspect, but then that offense, man, he almost single handedly got them in within reach of beating the Mavs tonight, man, and that was kind of scary. Um, I guess it was I guess a few of the negatives for me. Like I said, the defense in the fourth quarter. I'm not going to put a lot on Luka tonight, man. I really feel like Luka was out of gas. The dude scored 25 points in like the first, what was it, first half, first quarter. I can't remember. The
yeah.
first
First
quarter?
half, first half.
Yeah, first half. You know what I'm saying? And he had a near triple double in the first half.
Yeah,
He was like 25, 5 and 7. And so that's why I'm saying, like, I'm not gonna get on Luka, man. I kind of wish he just one free throw, man. I really wanted him to get that 50 pointer.
yeah. I
That would have
did
been
too.
nasty. Because now I feel like, well, now he did score more than Ja. Um,
Nah, it's no narrative. It's nothing you can say. This guy still put up 49, 14, and 8 or whatever. Like, nah, it's all good. I wish it would have been there just for personal, like you said, but it's still he just dropped 49 points again after dropping 51 the other day. That's 100. That's a 50-point average in between the two of those games. So that's not including the other 45 that he had, and then just dropped the casual 21 against the Miami Heat. So yeah, man.
very casual.
Yeah,
Yeah, I just like I said, I can't say anything negative about Luca, man. I think he's like I said, I just think he ran out of gas. Everybody else kind of showed up. Damn, we talking about negatives. I can't even think of anything.
it's nothing. You like this team now, man. It's crazy how we switched at the beginning of the year. You be trying to play like you the offset one or the one that's a skeptic and all. But I see it undercover. I see it coming out. You like this team a lot, man. It's hard to pick. It's hard to pick on this team. I'm enjoying watching this team, and I think you are too.
I know, I am.
Like this is awesome. This is some of the best basketball I think I've seen the Mavericks play maybe since the championship run. Like that's how good the Mavericks are playing right now, and it's awesome to watch them. So it's not really we're really nitpicking right now. And as I said, if Luka Doncic is the second-rated defender as far as at a guard position in the NBA, he is the best player in the NBA right now. I can give you any number and put that up against with his numbers and tell you he's the best player in the NBA.
And the thing too is, like, I'm kind of torn. Like, I don't care about what people think. But at the same time, it's like, man, why am I not hearing this dude's name? You know what I'm saying? And so I just, like I said, I'm to the point, like, okay, if you're not gonna talk about him, then cool. We'll just slide under the radar per se, because we're kind of doing this loudly, man. I think everybody see what we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
But national wide, okay, we'll slide under the radar, keep building up these wins, eventually pass up the Utah Jazz. That's why that game next Friday is very, very huge, bro. We need to beat Utah. Matter of fact, is that here or is it in Utah?
I think it might be in Utah. Go ahead and keep talking. I'll find out for you while you're doing it.
But yeah, like I said, we have to win that game. Utah is not looking, super unbeatable right now. The only thing about that game I'm nervous about is Rudy Gobert and us not having any size. Rudy, even with KP, we were getting killed by Rudy Gobert. So it's going to be kind of interesting to see what they do. Hopefully, Luka can kind of pull him away from the basket a little bit and just operate in the mid range and kind of get him in foul trouble a little bit.
I think Maxey has to match him as far as at least points.
Yeah, I was just about to say that's where Maxey can come in, and he's gonna definitely pull Rudy from away from the basket. You know what I'm saying? And he definitely has to capitalize on that and hit his shots.
Yep.
Davis Bertans, guys like that, they're gonna have to hit their shots. So that way, it can, like I said, it can open up the lane for Luka, because we all know how good Rudy Gobert is, man, down there in that paint, man. It's just, that's the only thing I'm scared of. It's like, I don't want the lack of size to catch up with us at the wrong time, because we need this game on Friday. Because, like, let's for example, did Utah play today? I don't think Utah played today.
I don't think, no.
So we won tonight. Now a game and a half. We come back in on Friday, and we win that game. We're down to a half a game.
Half a game, yeah.
So we have to win that game on Friday. And like I said, we just don't want to get exploited, man, without having a matter of fact, they might need to play Boban.
Yeah.
I know I said it every show. Tell me to shut up out the mic, but
that would be a game I would play Boban.
I just want to make sure we don't lose this game, bro.
I'd play Boban against Rudy if I had to.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, what do you got to lose, man? You know what I'm saying? What do we have to lose? Like, you really want to test, not saying those guys have been playing pretty well lately, but it's like they're still undersized. Both of you guys are around 6'8", if that. You know what I mean? And so you talking about these 2 6'8" guys against a 7'2" guy. That's a stupid defender in the paint, bro. Like, you don't want to play with that, man. It's not Zubas or anybody like this, bro. This is a different beast. And so I would feel better, man. And on top of that, they have Hassan Whiteside backing him up. So they got 2 big men down there that can do work. And so I would feel better if you kind of sprinkle in Boban a little bit in there, man, to kind of just offset Rudy a little bit. I know he's not going to, Rudy, but I know he's not going to stop him or anything. Just kind of put a body on him, man, put some height on there, man. That way that they won't try to exploit us down there in the paint with Dwight Powell and Maxi Kleber.
I agree. And I also feel like we need to win 2 out of these 3 matchups we play against Utah to close out the season. We got to win 2 out of 3 of them. Hopefully we can win all 3, but 2 out of 3 is big.
Yeah, because we lost the first one against them. So, yeah, I agree with you, man. We definitely have to win this. I guess we can get on to the next, man. Get into the game ball, man. Who you giving the game ball to tonight? Oh, man, got my jersey on, man. My bad, Luka. My bad.
That's it.
I got my jersey on tonight.
Simple as that. I don't think I said anything.
Man, I think we ran out of words for Luka, man. We ran out of words. I'm sitting there, and like when he was going off and everything, I'm just sitting there, what we supposed to say? What we supposed to say? The dude is just right now, like you said before, I think on the last video, probably said at the beginning of this video, I feel like Luka, man, can put himself in the conversation the best player in the league.
Yeah. At
Like that's how
22,
good he's playing right now. And
at
to carry the team
22,
without like a true number two and a number three and all that. I mean, come on, man.
he 22, be 23 in a few days or a few weeks.
Yeah.
That's wild, man. He's 22, and we talking about him right in the conversation of being the best player in the NBA. Like it's really I could have a debate right now and really argue it that he's the best player in the NBA and he's 22.
You know,
That's
it's funny too. Um, we talk about him being tired from scoring all these points. I'm trying to figure out how did Dame Lillard do it? Remember
which
that one year Dame went on like a tear, bro, for like a month, dropping 40, 50, 60 points. Like, how does he do it?
he a thinner guy that isn't expected. It's the Luka gets rebounds and assists, man. Like
Oh, but yeah, that
that
makes sense.
that's a big part. Luka had almost 15 rebounds tonight. Like
Yeah,
it's so great that it's underrated in a way. It's like we don't appreciate it. Luka, this he has 49, 15, and 8 tonight. That's one of somebody's best game of their career, like by far.
he
And
getting it like he getting it like,
yeah, like he had it, and we're like, oh, we expect more from you, Luka. You didn't get the 50. Oh, you got a little tired. Wait till you get a little more conditioned. That's why I keep telling you 50-point triple double, 60 point is possibly. Like I see all of this coming in Luka's future. He just has to take it a little serious with his body just a little bit because he does so much. You got to think about he's out of shape. He's fat Luka, and he does all this. He busts everybody behind over and over again. 40-something point triple doubles, close to triple doubles, 15 rebounds, not being able to jump. 8 assists. I told you 28, 8, and 8 is what I think Luka's numbers were going to be. He's going to one step LeBron, 27, 7, and 7. That's going to be what we expect from Luka. And I'm good, man. Like, this man's amazing. I thought we wondered if his defense could take a step. His defense is now not questionable. So I don't know what this guy's going to be. Like, I'm scared to see what he's going to be at his final like form.
you scared? What about the opponents?
Yeah,
They
man.
going
Like
to play the dude.
what's going to happen when when the game is just easy and like I said, everybody is the young bucks that's playing against him, and he's the old man that's just out there still in his peak, just able to just play the game just with ease. What happens when he's 27, like Giannis or something like that? Like we still a while away from that, man. Like he isn't even at that part yet. This is the part where Giannis was still trying to figure out who he was.
Let me ask you a question. What was your takeaway from the new guys tonight? Like, how you think they did tonight?
Bertans, he missed some threes, but they weren't like. So the thing about Bertans is that when I see him shoot, he didn't make them, but they were like almost makes, if that makes sense. Like a lot of his shots were like in and out, and I'm like, oh man, he just catch and shoot and it's so quick, so he's gonna drop. I'm not worried about Bertans. He's good. I still want Spencer Dinwiddie to try to score a little bit more. I still think he's trying too hard to fit in. And he still had a couple moves today. Like he had another cross real quick to the rim and all move. He had one that led to a wide open three in the corner for Dodo and all of that. Like he has the moves and all. And I just think he's trying to make sure JB gets his 20 and Luka gets whatever he's trying to get tonight or whatever like that. But at some point, I know that's coming too because I can see the moves and all are still there. We're going to have Spencer Dinwiddie going to drop points for. He hasn't needed to yet. Like so, the games he's played so far, we won. So it's not like, oh, Spencer, why didn't you score much? He can still say, I was just trying to find a way on the team. But at some point when we need him and we can't get buckets, Spencer Dinwiddie's going to go out there and start shooting buckets and scoring buckets for us. I do believe that.
Yeah. There were a lot of shots that Bertans did where he kind of like leaned into the side or he didn't get his full footing on it when he was released. Like he'll come off a curl screen and he
Yeah.
didn't really get his full footing as he was going up for the shot. I agree with you about Spencer, man. Spencer had 8 and 5 tonight, man, in 30 minutes.
Yeah.
You can see it. You can see it.
Mm-hmm.
Just his ability to get to the basket, bro, is gonna work wonders. The guy can get to the basket and finish. And like I said before, at a near elite level, man. And just to have another weapon like that, man, is gonna work wonders. I want to see Jason Kidd play him. I think we talked about this on the last video too. I want to see them. I want to see Jason Kidd play him more with the second unit. Like
Yeah.
let him be the ball handler in the second unit, and you just go out there and do your thing.
Yeah.
And that way you won't have to feel the pressure of like I got to give it to Luka or I got to give it to JB. Which it
Mm-hmm.
kind of like he was doing that when all three of them were in the game together. Kind of like I'm gonna look for Luka and I'm gonna stand in the corner and just chill. Like, no, I want to see the Spencer Dinwiddie from Brooklyn, the
Brooklyn.
aggressive Spencer Dinwiddie that can get to the rim at random.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so, like you said, I feel like he's still trying to get his footing. I feel like he's still trying to work his way in. Don't want to step on toes because hey, he heard the news of what people were saying about him when he left Washington. He was a locker room cancer, all that type of stuff. I don't think he wants to do that. I think he sees the success that the Mavericks are having. He sees how hot Luka is up front, up close now. You know what I'm saying, like everybody else. And so I don't think he wants to disrupt that. Like you said, I can see Spencer if he gets a little bit more playing time under his belt. I can see Spencer finally being Spencer at one point. And I think Kid can see that too because Kid ended up giving him 30 minutes tonight.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And so I think these guys are going to be good, man. I think they're going to be good.
Spencer. Also, let me throw in there real quick. Spencer then had a 40-piece and all for the Wizards this year.
Yeah.
Like Spencer, I don't want people to think that Spencer was like, oh man, he's had his ACL injury and he won't be able to score again and all. Like, no, go look up Spencer Dinwiddie highlights from this year and some of the games he's produced this year against like the Sixers and things like that. He's put up buckets against guys this year. So you can tell, like I said, the eye test works wonders. You can see Spencer can beat his man off the dribble. Spencer can get to the rim and finish. He can make a few threes. It is what it is. We're just waiting for Spencer to say, okay, my time to score now. And like you said, I think he should play him more with the bench, like you said, and then in the fourth quarter, start getting that lineup where him, Luka, JB, maybe Dodo, and Maxi, or Reggie and Maxi, however whatever the defense or is dictating that game can finish the game off and all. Because I like those three playing together as far as when you need buckets. But I think they should let Spencer go off and get into his groove with the second unit, as you said.
And like you said, with Washington, it was noted that they didn't use him correctly anyway.
Nope.
They didn't use him or Bertans correctly in that system. Not just saying it because they're with us now. Like, you can go and listen to a lot of these Washington guys who got shows like us, who said this before. Heard them say on multiple shows that they just didn't use those guys right. And so, that's going to be important. That's going to be important for kids to try to integrate these guys because Kid's not used to having two more offensive minded weapons on this team compared to the defensive guys. And so now we've had a defensive identity, and now you're sprinkling in these two offensive guys along with Luka, you know what I'm saying, and Jalen Brunson. It's going to be a different dimension. Like you said, it's going to add something different. Now you're going to have, a scorer now in each position now. You're going to have a wing. You're going to have a big guy, you know what I'm saying, point guard. Now you got a scorer in each level. You're not just somebody who played defense. And on top of that, because Spencer is not a bad defender.
I don't think Spencer is a bad defender either. Like, he's a way better defender than Tim Hardaway Jr. I'm just saying, as far as what we're expecting, he's a better defender than Tim Hardaway Jr. So it's not like in Bertans you gotta play around with him, but he gives effort. My thing is always just giving effort. So he's out there giving effort as well. And I just think, like you said, man, it's a good team. I think this team is just flying under the radar. They're underrated. But I had a question for you. At what point, though, if J. Kidd does get 50 wins this year, is he still not in the Coach of the Year consideration? Like, at what point
listen, he's the only coach, man, that's been streak busting the way they've been doing. The Downs been beating a lot of teams and breaking a lot of streaks. I forgot how many they said our follower and them said, but a lot of 5+ win streaks.
5 teams. 5 teams that had 5 game win streaks.
And he said just like okay. No, these are okay. Like they did Miami last game. It's like, bro, these are teams. These are good teams that they're beating. You know what I'm saying? They're not beating no scrubs. And so that's why I'm like, when I asked you that earlier, I'm like, bro, why am I not hearing their names? Like I said, my pops came over today and he was watching ESPN, and I said I was getting ready, and I'm just like, bro, did you hear anything about the Mavs or anything? He said no. I'm like, see what I'm saying? Like, I don't. Like I said, most part of me, man, is like I don't care about this. Why I don't like the national media. But at the same time, it's like, look, I think you said this before. You told me this. You're like, man, you got to understand. You need the national media to put that out there for you to get the respect that they deserve. You know what I'm saying? And so that's on the part I don't like, man. And I'm just sick of like the narratives and stuff like that, man, that's surrounding this, or should I say lack of narrative that's surrounding this team. It's like this team is putting in work quietly and nobody's talking about them. At the same time, like, you know what, that's cool. Just keep doing your thing. So then all of a sudden you start winning. It's like, oh dang, the Mavericks. It's like, no, we've been doing this all year. Where were you at?
I told you, man. I was one of the biggest guys that wanted Rick Carlisle gone. But I'm like, man, if Doc Rivers got in the top 15 coaches of all time, Rick
Oh
Carlisle
my God.
got a conversation for it. Like I'm like, it's narratives though that just go on as far as what happens. I don't understand it. So I want the national narrative to change on us. But I mean, we just fly under the radar. And I think is J Kidd not in the top three as far as coach of the year candidacy right now? Like if you had to pick your top three, is he not top three?
Oh, he definitely top three for me. But of course, I'm the person you preaching to. I'm preaching to the choir with me.
It's like
You know
what
what I'm saying?
Cleveland,
Everybody else
Cleveland,
you trying to convince if he's the top three. Like I said,
Cleveland, Phoenix,
nobody. Yeah,
and
Phoenix.
maybe Cleveland, Phoenix, and then maybe Dallas. Like the only other guy, maybe you can throw Minnesota in there because Minnesota right now I think it's like 4 games over 500. Like I know that's not too big of a
But for them,
position, but for them, yeah, to be like in the seventh seed or fighting for that 7-6 seed, that's a big step for them to be at, especially the second year play with man Anthony Edwards. Man, I'm telling you, I keep telling you that boy, man. He,
yeah, he a problem.
he could be nice at everything, man. Like he's another one. That boy's good. But yeah, man, that's the only two. Them four guys are really my main guys as far as coach of the year right now. But J.K. doesn't even get talked about like he's not included at all.
Yeah, that's just baffling to me, man. I don't hear Luka's name. I don't hear his team's name. I don't hear Jason Kidd. Like, should we talk about Nico being in the conversation for executive of the year?
Yes, yes, as well. Yes.
Like, I
They, they talk about Joel not having Ben Simmons. They talk about Joker not having Murray, and then part of the year not having MPJ.
Michael Porter Jr. Yeah,
They
yeah,
talk about like everybody as far as not having any people, and these teams are right around the same record as the Dallas Mavericks. It's not like these teams are like, whoa, blowing the roof off, and the Mavericks are nowhere near them. All of their records are around the same.
yeah.
And for Luka,
11, 12, 13 games over 500.
and
We
for
we
Luka
we there too.
that same narrative, Kristaps Porzingis missed most of the season with him. He's now going to have Tim Hardaway for probably less than half the
Who's that
season.
guy again?
Oh, you know that guy, some big Latvian. You know the Latvian is now, Davis
Oh,
Bertans.
Bertans. Okay,
Yeah, but that old Latvian guy. But yeah,
right.
Lucas played without him. He's played without Tim Hardaway Jr. But for some reason now it's JB's here now. But it's a narrative. It's part of the narrative of this team as well, as far as not making out the first round. It's the same way like the Mavericks of old. That's what I'm saying. It's reminding me of 2011. At 2011, no one thought the Mavericks were going to do anything, even though they had a great team that year, because of the track record of the Mavericks losing all the time when it counted, when it mattered most. So even Dirk could no longer win an MVP because he lost like in the first round. You feel me? That year where he lost to Golden State. There's been other years Dirk could have got MVP, but I felt like they
Yep.
didn't give it to him because that narrative hurt him, even though it didn't hurt other guys as far as almost getting MVP. But for some reason, Dirk could never get it again. But that's the media, man. That's what I'm saying. The Mavs fans, and it might be not to knock y'all, but y'all got to start giving the Mavs more love, man. Like, come on. I know the Cowboys are out there, and y'all love the Cowboys, but the Mavs got something special going on. Y'all got to stand behind y'all Mavs and start making the national media appreciate y'all a little more.
I
Just
agree,
my
man.
opinion. Y'all got a man that might be the best, most recognizable face in sports, possibly playing on your team, and we're still, I guess, but let it be.
All right, man. King's your favorite part of the show, man.
Let's get to them questions. I
Yes,
love it.
sir. This is y'all's time here, guys. Here for the questions and the comments. You guys already know what to do. If you have any questions, you have any comments, go ahead and get them in now. And King, we about to get into it. Let me scroll back up here. All right, guys. So if you got any questions, any comments, guys, go ahead and get it in. So let's get this thing going, King.
Let's breeze
All
through.
right, first up, my baby says, "What's up, Glow Gang?" Hey, babe. Why you not sleep? You should be asleep. All right. All right. Ben Price says, "Glow Gang." Yes, sir. What's good, Ben?
What up, man?
Pavel said, "Luka O'Neal. I wanted that 50 piece." Yeah, man. He just hit one free throw, man. But like I said, I'm not gonna hold it against him, man. Luka been putting up a lot of points, man. We talking
Yeah.
about points that not a lot of players in the league now could do. Like I said, I named off Dame Lillard. You know what I'm saying? He's one of those ones that can do something like that. But, say a Kobe or somebody like that. Not a lot.
Mhm.
James Harden. You know what I'm saying? Not a lot of players can put up those type of numbers consecutively, like Luka just did. So I'm not mad at him, man. I wish he had got the 50, but that's cool. 49, was it 49, 14, and 8 is still pretty good, man. That's better than most people. What you
Pretty
think, man?
good, huh? He said pretty good.
He's all right. He's all right. All right, man. Let's see what we got next here, man. Ben says Luka could have even scored a
Trash.
50-point triple double. What a bum. Yeah, man. Dang, Luka.
Trash, man. He's
Yeah,
trash.
Luka. You shouldn't even be an All-Star game for that. Now, yeah, now you're right. You're right, man. But if you think about it, man, it was a couple passes Luka passed, and people just flat out missed it. Like I know Maxi missed one of those threes that
Maxie
he
messed
passed.
on him, huh?
That could have got him an assist or whatever, man. And
He
so
started thinking too much. He started thinking too much, and then you could see he was thinking, man, 2 assists and 5 points. I can get this. Like it was like he couldn't decide what he wanted to do. And then sometimes, even when he got that layup, and 2 layups or whatever, it was like he could have got that whenever he wanted to, but he was trying to decide to shoot a fancy three and make it a highlight to get a 50.
that's what I was.
He was doing too it was too easy for him, man. It was like it was too easy for him. And that's a thing.
I hate when he tried to go for like the big kill shot. It's
Uh-huh.
like, bro, even if you go to the hole and make a layup, that's also good enough, bro. Like, you don't got to make the highlight pretty play. Just go in
Yeah.
there and just make a shot. You gotta do a step back, 35-footer, bro. Just go in there and make a good play, man, and get the bucket, bro. That's all you gotta do. I don't know why he kept trying to do the kill shot, man.
We get
But
to complain about our superstar making 49 points. I love us, man. I love the direction
yeah,
this Maverick team going right now, y'all, for real.
yes, sir. All right, man. Live says, "What's up, my G's? What's good,
What's
man?
up,
What's good,
Liz?
Live?" All right, man. Let's see what else we got here. Johnny B, what's good, man? He said the man should have
Lung
lung cancer
cancer.
after smoking that
Shut
big of a
up.
lead. Man, I don't know what only thing I can say is, like I said, Luca, I give him a little bit of a pass, man. I think he was tired. Everybody else, he didn't have no excuse, man. I don't know what happened with them. Like the defense just said, let's go ahead and walk into this All-Star break. Instead of just like, let's go ahead and close this out. Let's go sit on the bench in the fourth quarter. And then we got the All-Star break. But I guess they looked at it different. What you think?
Yeah, they fine. I'm not too big of it. They did. I think they wanted to get Luca back in the game. I really do. I know that y'all like what?
I still think you jinxed that, bro. You should never said
I
nothing.
probably did, but they're regular people too. They're human beings, and they were like, man, go Luca, drop another 50 points. We know what that means for you if you drop another 50 pointer, especially a 50-point triple double at your age. Like,
Ooh,
yeah. So they wanted Luca
that,
to get his triple double. It is what it is.
that would have
Nothing
been
to be.
nice, man. I wish he could have. I kind of wish he would have got that, man. That's all good, though. I think
I
he
don't
will
even know.
get it.
I don't. I think he would have beat Oscar Robertson to that, right? Did the Big O ever do a 50-point triple double? I know
I don't know, but I
James
know James Harden
Harden,
did.
Westbrook has one. I know James Harden has one. I would think Oscar probably has one as well.
Probably. All right, man. Pavel says New Orleans got better. CJ, Ingram, Valachunas, Hayes. He said when/if Zion comes back, they'll be really good. That's if Zion comes back. I think he out for the season now, man. He had another foot surgery was it today or yesterday, one or two.
Aren't the Pelicans back to losing again? Like since
They're
CJ came back?
11th right now from what they were talking about during the game.
You said they what? I'm sorry.
11th.
11. Yeah, I know that they had started winning, but since they got CJ, haven't they lost 3 out of 4?
I believe so.
Yeah, so I mean, I guess they got better. CJ's out there able to take number one shots in between him and Ingram, so they're not affecting winning. Like my thing is, I got you, but CJ, this team was getting blown out until you went on that little rampage at the end, and he was a part of that blowout as well. So I mean, he got hot with the Mavericks, allowing him to go crazy and not really defending him. But
Hmm.
I mean, they still the Pelicans. Like,
And you know what's funny? The Pelicans are right below CJ's old team, who was technically in the play-in spot.
yeah. I mean, so if they play each other in the play-in, I guess CJ
Without
gets.
CJ and without Dame, they're in the play-in spot.
Yeah.
Wow.
Anthony Simons is going to be better than CJ McCollum.
I mean, what did you say last time? All he needs is one All-Star game.
Still game.
All right, man. Ben Price says, I don't understand how the Pelicans have all these good players on paper but still stink. Unfortunately, I can't see Zion ever coming to fruition and is a Greg Oden in the making. Jesus. I mean, You know what? To be honest with you, man, I think a lot of that has to do with the fact he just don't want to play for them at all.
I would agree, but talking about him having to get another surgery, that's the part when what hit me. When they said he may have to get another surgery, I'm like, I don't think he's gonna go into the knife to fake or say he doesn't want to play for a team. So
Right.
I'm worried. I'm worried about Zion. Um, if I had to bet, I'm betting Zion doesn't have a long career in the NBA. Like I
Mm.
know that's wrong to say, and I'm sorry, Zion, knock on wood. But I'm just saying, if I had to put money down on it, I would say that. I'm hoping for the opposite. But I mean, his body just doesn't seem like it's like made correctly to do that type of play that he plays, and then he doesn't want to lose weight, to actually get to lose his actual advantage in the game. So I'm sorry, Zion. Like,
He should be able to still lose the weight, but then build the muscle. Look at Charles Barkley. Remember, Charles Barkley came in out of shape. And he talked
yeah,
about
but
all the time how Moses Malone used to always had God on when he first got here. Like, man, you're not gonna make it with being that big. And so
yeah,
he had to lose a little bit of the weight, man.
but
You know what
Charles and Phoenix wasn't like Zion. You see, what I'm saying? Like Charles
I'm
and
saying? No.
Phoenix
I'm talking about Charles in Philly.
and Philly,
Yeah,
but Charles was big, like out of shape, like round
yeah.
in
That's what I'm saying.
Philly. Like,
And
and
he
then
had to lose some of that weight.
but he gained more skills. I feel like once he lost that weight and became that. That's why he won MVP in Phoenix.
Yeah.
I don't know if Zion has all of that skill that people underrate Charles Barkley. At one point, Charles Barkley was the second best player in the NBA. Like, go back and believe it if you don't think so. But yeah, that's now I don't know if he's Charles Barkley, man. Like I feel like he's that prototype as far as his height and all of that. But as far as his body, Charles Barkley just was put together a little different. Like Zion knees kind of buckle a little bit the way he walks. So they were teaching him how to walk again at one point. They
Oh
never had to
yeah,
teach Charles Barkley how to walk again.
yeah. Yeah, teach Charles had to put his plate down, man. That's what they were teaching
Exactly.
him.
Exactly.
All right. Salah says we played some beautiful basketball at the beginning. The ball was moving like water. Gotta say, watching the whole season unfold since the beginning to now, I can say our evolution has been amazing. Yes, man.
Yeah.
It's definitely night and day from early in the season to now. Ever since after December 31st, man, that was just like, you know what? I'm gonna start playing around, start putting these wins on them. And I think they said Dallas had the second best record in the league since December 31st.
And still can't catch Memphis.
That's I don't want to talk about that.
Jeez. I'm like, how is this possible,
I
man?
don't talk about that, bro. I'm so mad. All right, Ben Price said Valanciunas was feasting today. That interior defense is needed. Yeah, man. Like I said that during the video. Um, the only thing I can say to combat that, man, Dallas has to gotta play zone. Gotta play zone. That lack of size, man. But Dallas gonna have to be a mad aggressive in that zone. Cause like tonight, it seemed to play a little lax. I don't know because they had two big men, 2 7-footers in there, or it was just that Dallas just kind of looked like they kind of checked out a tiny bit. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, they let their defense slip in the fourth quarter, and once New Orleans got hot, it was kind of hard for them to kind of put those clamps back on after that. So it could be a lot of it could be a combination of a lot of things.
But
Um, but yeah, go ahead, I'm sorry.
I was gonna say I don't feel like that was the big men though. Like, yeah, the big men feast on us, but like we after Hayes and them had a great first half, we still got up on them by like 22 almost.
Mm-hmm.
And like I think CJ McCollum and all was really just got hot. The defense just got a little uh lackadaisical and
Yeah,
just let him go and just they were just thinking it was comfortable and all. He went off. The Mavericks are used to playing against big men taking advantage of them. This has been a few years now. I say this because I do agree we need a center so that this can stop. But Valanciunas destroys Kristaps Porzingis as well. Like,
say man,
so you feel what I'm
who is this
saying?
person's
So
name you keep bringing up? Who is this guy?
sorry, but
Have I seen him? Have I seen him before?
he kills. I think you did, man. You try to act like you didn't. You talk. I saw you talking to him one time when they had you in that interview. But
Yeah.
I'm telling you, like back then he got destroyed by these same guys as
Same
well. So
guys, yes.
the team has
Yes.
learned to like go around that and have that as okay, these guys are going to feed, but maybe we can stop the perimeter guys from doing their thing. Like the Mavericks are good against the 3-point shot. So if a guy's going
Not
to beat us
tonight,
at 1
but
point,
yes.
yeah. In general, I mean, usually
Yeah.
they're good at 3-point shot. So if the guy's going to beat us in the interior, we can't let guys shoot threes on the outside. Then we got to make out threes, and threes are more than twos. So it is what it is. Like I do think it's a problem, and I hate watching these no name centers, take off on us and all. But if I had to
Hey,
trade
like you
these,
said though, those no name centers were doing that against KP. Do you want to
they
bring up
would.
the
That's what
the
I'm
Kings
saying.
game? The
They
Kings
were
game?
doing that. But if these no name centers, if I have to worry about the no name center putting buckets on me, then Devin Booker, you feel me? Like, but I don't want to use that as an example because they have a decent center as well. But like somebody on the perimeter that will put buckets on us. If they're having a problem and struggling, do I care if Valanciunas goes and gives me 30 points? No, I don't. Because in fourth quarter crunch time, when it comes down to it, am I going to trust Valanciunas to put the team over the hump? No, I'm
Hey, I
not.
hope y'all choose. I hope he try to be the guy. That'd be nice. I'd
Exactly.
rather
That's what I'm
I'd rather
saying.
be him than CJ. So yeah.
Exactly. I hope he's that guy that's trying to do that. So I'm fine with Derek. We're nitpicking right now. Our team is good. Our team is so good right now. We're making fun of him basically. I love this. I love the position that the Dallas Mavericks are in right now, and I think all of us just ready for the playoffs, man. For real.
All right, man. Lai says, I'm not mad at Luka for being gassed out. Have you guys seen how he played the defensive position? Yeah, Luka was balling on both ends of the floor. Yeah, man. Like I said, if you heard the interview, he's tired, man. To the point he has to drink coffee before the game, bro. That's how tired he is. He needs some kind of energy boost before the game. So, yeah, like I wish Luka got 50 tonight. Yeah, we all do. But like I said, I'm not gonna be mad at him, man. Like I said, it is what it is. Still came out with the dub. Luka still put up ridiculous numbers that a lot of players in the league cannot do. So it's all good, man. What you think?
Uh, is Joker? Would Joker be All NBA first team and All Defensive first team? Would you pick him for both of those?
No,
Would Joker make an All Defensive team?
no,
Would Ja Morant be All NBA on as far as the first team or second team and make All Defensive team? Would he make All Defensive team?
no.
No, he wouldn't make it. So we're talking about a guy here that's, like I told you before, maybe a first team. Let's start that narrative now as well. A first team all defensive player this year, like that far. Not a second team, a first team guy already this year. Like I think J Kidd after the game said the next step he's trying to build that narrative as well is Luka making the all defensive team. It's time. Like Luka's one of the best defenders in the NBA this year, and it's because of a narrative that we already accepted that he can't play defense, that we're not really accepting that he is playing defense. Some of the defense he played against Brandon Ingram tonight, as far as making him shoot bad shots or giving up the ball and all,
Yeah,
was incredible. Like Luka's been doing this over and over again this season, and he's playing at. He's not in shape. Like that's the. Well, I don't want to say he's not in shape. He's just not in the best shape he could be. He's probably in his shape that he's used to maybe now, but I just it's just a wonder, man. Like just a wow factor when I think of what he's going to be at his peak, man. That's all I'm saying. So why isn't he MVP though? First team All NBA, first team all defense. Come on, man. Come on.
I agree, man. All right, bro. Like I said, we almost let the Clippers come back last week. If Luca has to play this way, he won't have anything left in the playoffs. Yeah,
I don't think
yeah.
it's gonna be the same though.
It's kind of hard to balance it though. It's like at the same time we're saying that Luca is doing this because he got snubbed or whatever, right?
Yeah.
But then I see where he's going with that because this right here is kind of what we was talking about the last few years with Luca. It's like Luca got to go out here and score 30 points in the first half to win these games or whatever, and it's like they're doing it again tonight. So it's kind of like, okay, is it that, or is it Luca just hot and cooking or whatever? You know what I'm saying? Like, which one you think it is?
I think tonight. So the Clippers game maybe not tonight though. I think tonight Luca had 40, like I said, in 29 minutes. Like that last part was just throwing in and just saying, "Oh, Luka." Like the team was playing perfect. It wasn't just Luka getting 40 points in the 29 minutes. Other guys were still scoring the ball and doing their thing. So I didn't see tonight as the same thing, Reg. I just saw tonight as they got sloppy at the end and just let something happen. I don't think it was like Luka having to bail the team out.
Yeah,
JB was still doing his thing.
you're
Maxi
right.
gave you over 20. Like I felt the team was playing good team basketball. We still shot the ball decently. Like I have no problems with the night. I just think at the end of the game they just played around, and they're not good enough yet to play around. So that is what it
Yeah.
is.
And whose fault was that again?
I don't think it was nobody's fault, man. You want to say
No,
it's
no.
Luke?
Raise your hand, sir. I'm blaming you tonight.
Oh,
It's your
my
fault.
fault is fault. I'm sorry. I did. I apologized already. Come on, man.
God, man,
I
you
beat you.
jinxing us out here. All right. K Dub, man, he says, I hate that the media don't give Luca love for even being an MVP candidate exactly, but give it to Ja who Luca already beat easily. Yeah, yeah, you're preaching, man. You're preaching. We brought this up before, and it's just like, what does Luca have to do? And listen, I want y'all to go, and I want y'all to. I don't know if any of y'all have seen the Old Man in the Three podcast, the JJ Reddick podcast with Jason Tatum. And Jason Tatum, what K Dub just said, Jason Tatum brought up that same topic on that video.
Yep.
And we talked about this before on one of the We Talk NBA videos. This whole narrative thing, man. The media can control the league, but with just some of the most craziest narratives. And it runs rampant like a wildfire, man, within the league, and then the league sticks to that.
Yep.
Like I said, Luka, they got on Luka earlier this year because of him not being in shape. But the dude putting up video game numbers right now. But nobody's talking about that. But when he was out of shape, that's all he talked about, which is confusing to me. We were losing before December 31st. Nope, everybody and their mom was talking about that. All of a sudden, these articles start coming out. Jason Kidd, the right coat, blah blah blah. Does Nico know what he's doing? All this stuff started coming out. Now, as soon as we start winning and we're beating good teams handily, we got the best defense in the league. What are the narratives at? Where are the narratives to combat what they were talking about earlier this season?
Let me ask you this one. I know you've heard this one before. The season doesn't start till after Christmas. The
Yes, I
season
heard that.
doesn't start till
I've
after
been
the
hearing
New
it for
Year.
years. Not just recently. This has been for years, bro.
You've heard that narrative forever. Well, the Mavericks have been one of the best teams in the NBA since that time.
After
So
Christmas,
the season started at that point.
they have the second best record
If
after
the
December 31st.
Yep,
These are
if the
facts.
season started at that point, the MVP is Luka Doncic, man. Like, it's simple. I would love for somebody, maybe Pavel. I know Pavel, you good at grabbing stats real quick. To give me the stats or the win percentages of the Mavericks with Luka Doncic and the Memphis Grizzlies with John Morant. Because I really do believe that Luka's is better with the Mavs than John Morant's is with the Memphis Grizzlies. And if that's true, then like I said, we just got to push that narrative more, y'all. Like, y'all have to do it for y'all guy. This is crazy that he isn't in the MVP conversation.
Exactly. All right, man. K Dub says Luca can't play like this all the time. The playoffs will not end well. Yeah.
This it's
We're
not
banking on the fact that Spencer will kind of have himself kind of in order by that time. I would say. Um,
did this game feel anything like the playoffs against the Clippers? Did the way the Mavericks
no.
were playing tonight, did it feel anything like the way Luka was going off in the playoffs and you felt like nobody else was helping him? Or did you feel like the team played well tonight? Like in those other games where Luka went off, you feel like the team played horrible, but Luka
like in
just
the
went off.
51 game, like nobody else. Yeah, nobody really else showed up in that game, and
That's
especially
what
in that next Clipper game, nobody really showed up in that game. We already talked about
exactly.
that.
But this game, though, I did not feel at all like this. I feel like this was a game that Luka should have been got 50 in. You feel me? Like he had like 49 forever and then missed
Yeah,
so many shots. Like he didn't have to play this many minutes to get 50 points. He had 40 in 29 minutes. I keep repeating that 40 in 29 minutes.
and then remember too, King, they sat him down.
Yeah. He
What
thought
was
his
that?
game was over. He had
Yeah, until the
47
game was
points.
over. Yeah, that's when
He
they
thought
cut
it
him
was
down to
over.
15. They brought him right back in.
Yep. He had 45, I think, actually, and they set him down. And then he came back and scored
Yeah,
more
no,
points.
it was 47. It was 47.
47, okay.
Yeah, 47.
Yep. He could have had it, man. Like this did not feel like they needed Luka to score 50-something points. They just got lax in the fourth quarter. This Luka could have sat down with 30 probably at some point. They were good. Like it didn't feel like a game where he was being a superhero. I felt like he was just dominant. And he was making everything as far as his possessions where he was shooting.
Capitalizing on switches.
Yeah, he was just being dominant on everything that he could score. He was scoring. He was being a beast, and everybody else was scoring with him. But we just got fourth quarter.
I agree. All right, man. Let's see if some more stuff came in. All right, man. K Doug also says, who would you like to play in the playoffs? Denver, Utah, or Memphis? Either Denver or Memphis for me.
I knew you were going to say that. I'm going to say that as well.
You know why I said Denver. We talked about this.
Yeah.
Me on the we talk NBA. We talked about that.
I'm gonna say the same thing as you because I want to see us play Utah. But truthfully, I think in all three of them by the end of the season, we're going to say it doesn't matter who we play. But
Yeah,
again, we still got to play Utah again and go show that we can beat them. But right now, I'm not afraid of Denver or Memphis.
I'm definitely not scared of Memphis.
Yeah, I'm not worried about
We match
Denver either.
real
I'm not
well
scared. I'm
with
not
Memphis.
worried about either one of those teams beating
No,
us.
I'm really not either. Yeah, but if I had to choose, like I said, because with Utah, I'm just worried about Rudy Gobert in the paint, man. That's the only thing I'm worried about. But with Memphis, we showed we dominated them this year, and Denver is just Jokic. So, and Denver's kind of they're okay right now, hanging by a thread to get to that 6th seed or whatever. So they'll win here, lose there. So I'm not really worried about Denver. But like you said, any one of those guys, I don't really care. But if you ask me, it'll either be out of Denver or it'll be out of Memphis to me.
I agree.
All right, man. Pavel says maybe kid doesn't want a big man. Wants to play small and improve defense, learning to play small, and they don't want a second co-star. They want really high level role players. I don't know about that one, Pavel. Like, who doesn't want as many superstars you can get? So that
Yeah.
makes, as a coach, that makes your game easy. I mean, that makes your job easier. You know what I'm saying? So, and I doubt that they don't want a big man because if that's not a lot of teams want to sit and play zone most of the game, and so they're having to play zone because they don't have a big man that can kind of combat with those other big men on the team. Like I said tonight, you had 2 7-footers down there tonight, so they had to definitely play zone majority of the game. And a lot of players teams don't want to do that because you get exploited nowadays with the shooting and stuff like that. So no, I had to disagree with that one, Pavel. What you think, man?
Yeah, I'm gonna say I think he would win another co-star, but I think they're playing with what they think they have available or what they think they could get available. I remember you talking about this maybe a long time ago, Rel. We said we always go for the home run, but sometimes we need to hit singles. I
Yeah,
think they're hitting singles right now. I think J Kid and Nico are understanding that hit singles, and I think this team right here this year, I think will define how the Mavs go for the rest of the years. I think this one is we putting guys around Luka this role. Let's see how far this takes us right now. What's the missing piece we really need to just get to the next step? I think they're doing that with this season right here. So I don't think the goal is you always go and try to win a championship, and you don't say that's not your goal. But I think really it's just developing, like I said, past the first round and really getting past that and seeing how far they can go and how good this team could be to decide who should stay, who should go, and what pieces should be moved. And getting rid of that big piece, whose name I won't say anymore, and making that into two will now make it easier to get that one other piece that you may need left over.
and on top of that too, like you said, you add enough of that talent, and then that might be able to lure the big
Yes,
fish. We've
it
seen it
will.
happen a bunch of times. You know what I'm saying? And
Will.
so get you enough of the talent. Like I said, Nico did good with adding Bertans, who's a great shooter. And then you got Dinwiddie, who's a guy who can put the ball on the floor and get to the basket easily by either scoring or setting other players up. Get more, like I said, get more trades like that, and then it'll be a little bit easier for one of those guys to say, you know what, that's looking kind of good over there. Do we
Yeah,
got cap space? Okay, I'll go over there. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what that type of move like that will lead to. So there you go.
I agree.
All right, Pavel said, do you think that's a strategy or just what? Yeah, we pretty much answered that one
Yeah, what they're
already.
working with, Bevel, really.
Pretty much what they're working with. So Lyle said, I love Bertrand's passion on the floor. Yeah, man.
We all do.
Like, man, look, if you don't really know too much about Bertans, go look when he played with San Antonio. That's all I gotta say. Just look when he played for San Antonio. All right, man. Sonic Mix, what's good, man? He says the commentators have started pointing out the Mavs might want a modern small ball center that can prioritize a switching and probably said and switching defense and covering 2 through 5, who can also catch lobs and keep defenses honest at the 3 point line. I guess it's kind of what Pavel was touching on there, Sonic. I mean, you really got no choice right now. You got no choice.
The the
You maybe playing like a Maxi or somebody like that at the 5, and like you said, you're pulling centers out to the out the perimeter. Like say we play Utah, you put a Maxi in there, he's going to be pulling out Rudy Gobert from the paint, which is going to open up the lanes for guys like Dinwiddie and Luka and Brunson. You know what I'm saying? So uh, I mean, that's what you have to do right now. As far as that's what they want to do. I don't know. Um, that I can't say. I'm not 100% sure of what they want to do. But as far as like right now, yeah, they have to do that. That's what they got. That's all they got.
I
Unless they
be,
go the buyout market, buyout market route. But I'm not sure. But yeah, go ahead. Man.
I've heard something like that before Sonic as well. I think that's why some other trades didn't happen, like and some other guys didn't get put on the team, like Hassan Whiteside and all that, because they do not want a center to mess with Luka Doncic's game.
Yeah,
Kind of like the way Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons didn't get along. Not saying to be the same reasons why, but you don't want a center that can't do the things that helps out your superstar. So we're watching the league really change in front of our eyes right now. We said the big man was a dinosaur, but now the development and Kristaps Porzingis was a part of the development as well. He just we keep using his name, but he just became a dinosaur because
look, man. If you miss him, man, just go ahead and say it, man. Just
the
go ahead and say
league,
you.
no way. The league is becoming a big man league again in front of our eyes. So getting that small guy that can do that is harder now. So that's why I talked before like about Miles Turner. I feel like Miles Turner can do enough of that, and he's still a big guy. Like he can
Yeah,
catch the lobs, he can defend guys on the switch. He can shoot the 3-point shot. So I feel like he'd be the perfect. I still think Miles Turner
that's
on
the
this team
perfect center for
is the
Dallas, bro.
perfect center for the Dallas Mavericks. If they can do whatever they can do to somehow get Miles Turner, he is the
Man,
perfect
I
center.
don't think Indiana giving him up now, man. After they lost Sabonis.
It depends on how they keep rocking. If somehow, some way, say they don't make it or something like that, and they get a draft pick and they get a big guy in the draft, okay, give us Miles Turner. It is what it is. We got to see what happens.
Yeah, that'd be nice, bro. That'd be real
It would.
nice.
I still think he's the
Perfect.
perfect one. I
He
still think he's
perfect.
perfect.
You can't build a team to do everything, so the Mavs may not try to defend against traditional bigs and focus on bigger wing type players to cover everything else
I
and
said that
go
earlier.
against premier bigs. Yeah, we just talked about that. Um, this was kind of why Dallas signed Reggie Bullock and Sterling Brown. And plus already having Josh Green and having Dodo. You want to have interchangeable wings, which is kind of like what King just said. It's what the league's kind of moving towards. Um, for example, y'all saw how Miami did, right? Y'all saw how their starting lineup. They had Bam in the center, and then like you had wings. I mean, I know PJ Tucker is a power forward, but he's a 6'5" power forward. He's pretty much a wing,
Yeah.
and so surround those big men with wings, which helps open up the floor a little bit more, man. Help the spacing, like King was touching on a minute ago. So yeah, man, that's what they're gonna probably have to do. That means that if you're gonna do it that way, those guys like Maxi and probably Bertans, those are probably the only two that you can say they can do this. But those guys are gonna have to make their shots
Yeah.
if you're gonna play those big guys off the court.
Yeah.
We're not gonna get that from the White Pal. You know what I'm saying? He's a different breed as far as like what he can do on the court. But yeah, you're gonna have to play zone, and you gotta pray that your big man can hit their shots enough to either play the big man off the court or to bring them out to open a lane up for our drivers. So, what you think, bro?
Last year, the Mavericks played the Clippers and took them to 7 games. And after the season, they asked them, "What do you think you need to get better at?" They said, "If we had another playmaker, if we had guys that could defend the wings, and if we had a big guy that could help us down on the boards." I feel like if the Mavs had two of those three things last year, they beat the Clippers. This year we have two of the three of those things that we have. Like, so if the whole playoffs played out the same way and somehow Reggie and them slowed down Paul George and Kawhi a little bit more, while Zubat and them still got the same bucks and all, we still win that series. That's what I'm saying. I feel like we're just adding pieces. We, like you said, we can't do everything at one time. So now we're used to getting destroyed by the big man. So it's about doing the other stuff, and that's what we're doing right now. So I think we, like I said, one piece away, man. Like it's gotten closer and closer since Nico's been in charge, and I hope he gets there.
I was trying to see something here, man. I'm looking at Dallas's roster. If you think about it, man, with all the additions, not just the two we got this year, but at the beginning of the year,
Mm-hmm.
we got a nice little handful of new players on the team, man.
Yeah,
This team is not all the way the same team, especially after trading KP off and getting two more people.
yeah.
It's not the same team as it was the last few years. You know what I'm
No,
saying? So
it's better. It's a better team than what we had the past few years. It's a better team.
agree. I definitely agree, especially for the defense.
Yeah.
All right, man. Let's see. Sonic Mixer says, and let Luka and 3-point shooters carve up traditional big men on offense. Yeah, man, that's what they're gonna have to do. They're just
Yep.
gonna have to
Maxi got
take
to take
what
off.
they do, man. All right, Pavel says Jason Kidd said Luka's next step is to make an all defensive team. That's what King was talking about. And hey, he's definitely doing the defense, man. Just need to them to push that narrative out a little bit more. See, this times like this, King, when you talking about the national narrative, this when people like Mark Stein, who's a huge national guy, that he needs to help push that narrative out there, man.
Tim
Get
McMahon.
that narrative out there. People listen to you. You get that narrative out there, man, and other people start nosing too. Then maybe they'll start pushing that narrative.
Yeah. The fans have asked Tim McMahon. I've seen on his Twitter, they've been underneath saying, "Well, why don't you start an MVP narrative then, Tim McMahon?" Like they should.
Wait, hold on. The Tim McMahon think he's an MVP?
I don't think so yet. I think he said they keep saying because of that first part of the season. I'm
See,
like,
he's what I'm saying.
but I'm saying so. Let's say it like this. Let's say a guy is even out the whole year, right? And Luka's first part of the year is a little bit beneath that notch, but his second part of the year is so far ahead of what everybody else is doing. Like the wins and losses matter at the end of the day. So it don't matter if I had all 20 of my losses at the beginning of the season and then racked off a 50-game win streak or whatever like that.
Yeah.
Like it's still the same thing. So it doesn't matter. So I don't understand why the narratives they're doing or the narratives they're doing.
And Tim McMahon is so stubborn, bro.
Yeah.
He's stubborn as hell. Like he's just, I don't know. I'm not really a big. I'll listen to him, but I'm not really a big fan of him. All right, man. K Dub says Lucas should be top 75 after his career is done. He will be 100%. Oh, he's gonna definitely be on the top 100 for sure.
Mark Jackson said he should have been in the top 75 as well.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I thought he should have been. It was on Shannon Sharp, a little Club Shay Shay show.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Mark Jackson said he should be in there.
Yeah,
He will definitely be on the top 100 when they make the top 100 list. But
yeah, he'll be on there.
it don't even matter because at the end of his career, Luka going to be in the top 10. That's my prediction. The top 10.
Okay. All right, man. Let's see what we got here. All right, Sonic says Dorian Smallball 5 and 5 out game plan is the Rudy Jazz killer. That's gonna be the case. I just said that. That's gonna be the test. If we can play this style against Rudy, who's a top 3 center in the league, if it works against him, then I might feel a little comfortable, man. But right now, I know that's the big topic right now for the Mavericks is what we're gonna do about the big man position. But if that can work against Rudy, where like I said, if you get Maxey to kind of pull this guy out, that'll be the key. That's gonna be the key. But Maxey and Berton's gonna have to hit their shots though. They're gonna have to hit their shots, or play Boban. That's gonna it'll be one of the two, man.
Yeah.
All right, man. Sonic Mixer says we need to win 3 out of 3 versus the Jazz. Yeah, they're likely to win the division, and we won't win ours, so they will have the tiebreaker. Damn it.
Yeah, they'll have the tiebreaker, but I feel like 3 out of 3 will be like setting yourself in stone where I think they for sure would have the number 4 seed. But I think 2 out of 3 as well would take it because we still got more games to play. So we can still overtake them. Like even if we play, like you said, the next game, we can be a half a game away from them with just one win. So that means no one else beats them or anything else. 2 out of 3 is what we need to make sure they don't have the tiebreaker over us. I don't want them to have the tiebreaker over us. And then you just play the chips. You let the chips fall how they may, and you just try to win more games than they do. So 3 out of 3 would be lovely, but I'm 2 out of 3 and I'm satisfied.
Yeah, I agree, man. Dang, 3 out of 3.
Memphis, man.
That's a lot there, Sonic. 3 out of 3. At least let's get 2 out of 3, and hopefully somebody can take care of business for us. Like since they're not doing it against Memphis. Anyway, Elias says I noticed since the beginning of the season, only the negatives is being reported in the media. Yeah, that's what we just said. I don't hear a single thing about us that's positive. I'm trying not to listen, but it's hard to ignore. Lies, listen, man. You, my friend, are preaching right now. This is exactly what I was just talking about. It's like they hung on to those negative narratives from the beginning of the season. But like you said, Dallas just has the second best record in the league since 31st. Luka is supernova right now. Kid is an underrated coach. Nico is out here making very smart executive moves. Dallas is winning and beating and breaking big win streaks. We don't hear Dallas' name. Like I said, my pops came over my house earlier, and he was sitting there watching ESPN, and like I said, I was doing something. And I went back to the living room, and I was like, "Hey, did they say anything about Dallas on who's the team to look out for in the West and all that type of stuff?" He said no. I said, "So you're telling me Dallas has the second best record since December 31st? Like I said, a coach, one of the best coaches in the league, is not getting talked about. Probably a top 3 player in the league right now, if you ask me. They're breaking streaks, all this stuff, man, and nobody's talking about them. That's cool. Like I said, King, keep that same energy when Dallas is winning these games.
We got a superstar that they don't like because he was out of shape. We got a general manager
And that's old. That's old.
But we got a general manager that's brand new that they don't know, a track record as being a GM. And we have a coach who has a track record that's, I don't want to get into it like I don't get into the rest of them, but things happen. And that was already a crucifixion before the season started. We're just now getting the Dallas media to give our coach credit. So
you're right.
You see other shows, you see they're just now giving the coach credit. So it's going to take them longer than normal, but it is what it is. We see it with our eyes. Like it is. Jason Kidd seems like he's an incredible coach right now. Nobody wants to give him credit, so I'll give him credit. I have been J Kidd, and I'll continue to.
And you're right, man. That's the sad part about it. Our own media is not. They just now, like what we said last video, 85 years later, finally giving him his respect.
Mm-hmm.
Like, bro, we've been talking about this for how long? You been talking about this?
For months now.
Like for months. Like, come on, man, get this man his respect, bro. All right, man. King, Reggie said King is right. MVP is media driven. Yeah, they will give it to Ja before they give it to Luka, which is crazy to me. It's crazy to me. I've seen a bunch of games where the Ja go out there, he's like 19, 20. You know what I'm saying? Not in the first half. That's your total
in the game. Yep.
Yes, that's in the game,
and that's fine.
I don't get it, bro. I really don't. We can do a whole video on the national media, man. They narratives. It's the media's game, and we only get to be an NPC in their story.
Unplayable character.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like we are those little players in the back, like you playing like Grand Theft Auto or something. The people who walk down the street minding their business. That's who I feel like we are. You're right. It's crazy, man. All right, VIP says no news about Luka in the media. Bravo, real. Yay. That's it. Like I said, VIP man, I don't know. I don't know what Luka has to do. Like I said, I want y'all to go look at the Jason Tatum interview on Old Man in the three. What's it called? The
Old Man in the Three.
Yeah, Old Man in the Three, the JJ Redick podcast, and he touched on this. And he said that it was a time where he was dropping 50 and 60. He wasn't getting no love, but dude can drop 19 and 10 and be like, "Oh man, this guy's amazing." It's like, but and then it cost him $30 million because the media had this certain narrative against him to where he didn't get his supermax, and it cost him $30 million.
Yeah.
Luckily for Luka, he already got his supermax. Because just imagine if the narrative from this year was last year.
Yeah.
Luka wouldn't have got that supermax.
But these narratives only work for certain people. Like so, and it you notice it because these are the guys that they consider the peers of Luka or the rivals. So it's not like we hating, we just calling it what it is. Trae Young started in the All-Star game this year. Trae Young is being talked about like they talked about the Eastern Conference team and said what team is scarier at making the Eastern Conference playoffs, and they said the Hawks. I mean, the Hawks are horrible right now, but it's like I don't know. I have nothing to say. I don't know. And Pavel, I see your next comment. We get to the next comment because I want that to be capped and screenshotted and all that and put on Twitter. I'm gonna put it on Twitter and everything because I told y'all this is facts. Thank you, Pavel, for pulling it up. Go ahead. I'll read it for him, please.
All right, man. In 32 games, Ja has played so far. His squad has had a 19-13 record. That's a 59% win percentage. Whereas Doncic suiting up, Dallas has a 17-10 record, 62%. We're right at 63.
Yep.
63 since January 15th of 2022. These are facts. These are the numbers that these people don't look at.
Come on, bro.
Like I said, even some of the media, other fellow media people, man, are drawn to narratives. It's like, what's the latest narrative going on? Oh, that's a narrative. Oh, Ja is way better than Luka. That's a narrative. Oh, okay. Well, I can see that. Like
I,
what you just do what Powell just did. Look at these numbers.
I told
You
you,
can
man.
see that that's a false narrative that you putting out there.
Yep.
You know what I'm
I've
saying?
said
And so
I've said this for so long, though, bro. How long have I been saying this on this show, man? Saying that Luka's team plays better with Luka than John Morant teams plays better. I mean, plays with him. I've been saying this for the longest time, and for some reason, these guys are media guys that get paid big money, and how can they not see the same simple information I can see?
yeah, like you said with the whole defense thing, just look at the numbers.
Oh, I need that. I need this screenshot it, man. Wish I was watching myself on my phone. This need to go on Twitter. This moment right here.
Yeah. All right, man. VIP says we send an email to Michael Wright at Turner.com. A long email about Luca. Yeah, man. Somebody need to do something. We got to get some type of a narrative going, man. Some type of a narrative. Queen said, "Glow gang, what's good, Queen? Glow gang, yes, sir." B, what's good, man? He said Luca's a straight dog. That's all. Glow gang, everyone like and share this live real deal, man. Yes, sir, man. My boy,
Appreciate you.
fam. All
Appreciate you,
right,
bro.
man. K Dub, he said, "Did you see the Pelicans fans talking and disrespecting Luca the whole game, man? What else they gonna do, K Dub? Your team is trash. What else can you do?
Derek
Just trying to
Harper
say,
even
tell your
saw
fans, I was talking noise to Luca. I mean, that's all you can do, man. You know what I'm saying?
Derek Harper even started laughing, and I sat here and told my wife, Queen actually was like, he heard the Pelican fans talking trash. He laughed and he addressed it and said, "Sounds like the Pelican fans saying something right here." Yeah, we heard it, and Luka took it personal. He called them, a 5-letter word that rhymes with "dussy."
And then went out there and commenced almost dropping 50 on him.
Yep.
Listen, man, growing up, you watching these games, there's certain players you don't like. There's certain players you don't jump with, and there's certain players you don't talk to, man. You just let them dudes play, man. Don't not go out there talking noise to these people. You leave them alone, man. And Luka's one of them players. Do not start talking noise to Luka. Ask the Clippers how they go.
I
How that
tell
work
you,
out for them.
this guy, LeBron James, they talk about his killer instinct, him not having that. That's what people don't like about him. I feel like Luka Doncic is a straight mixture of Larry Bird and Magic Johnson, man. Like he has that finesse, that game like LeBron has with Magic, but that
Yeah.
killer instinct of Bird, just like we want. So I really think Luka gonna be something special by the end of his career, man. Like I really that half shooting at the half, shooting at the end of the quarters, not worrying about his field goal percentage, always wanting the last shot. That's the stuff that LeBron always just criticized about because sometimes he makes the play and you're like, man. But I feel like Luka, like he has that down more than LeBron had at the beginning of his
Another thing
career.
about that, man, that's the thing that kills me. So, a lot of people who say that those are the people that push this Jordan narrative that Jordan took every single shot
Mhm.
at the end, which we all know that's not true because two of those championships on two separate occasions, he had somebody else take the last shot.
Yeah,
And so when LeBron does it, it's a problem. Oh, Jordan, like I said, because the further we get away from Jordan's game, the more it seems like it's like a fable or a fairy
it's
tale
a
or something.
legend. It's a
A
legend.
legend, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly, a legend.
Mhm.
And so, of course, I love Jordan. I think he's the greatest of all time. But even I can sit here and say I remember a game with Jordan like 3 for 14.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so like I said, as time goes on, we move further and further away from this game. And on top of that, them having that documentary, the last game, yeah, it's all made up that people automatically assume that okay, Jordan came in as soon as he came in, he won 6 championships, and that's it. Not
Uh,
remembering some of the struggles he had before finally getting to that first championship. You know what I'm saying? And so now that we live in the era where all these guys are being critiqued 24/7, we got Twitter, you got Instagram, you got TikTok. So every little thing that these guys are doing are critiqued. Jordan didn't have that. So you didn't really hear about what Jordan was doing throughout the week until that Sunday in the newspaper.
Y'all
And
know that.
so,
Go ahead, bro. I'm sorry.
no, go ahead.
I was gonna say, yeah, James Harden narrative like a few years ago about the guys just scoring but can't win. That was like Michael Jordan. I'm not gonna
That
go
was
as
Jordan's
far as
first
James
8 years in
Harden.
the league.
Yep, until he got in there, but I'm not gonna go as far as James Harden because James Harden has moments where he just disappears. Jordan never
Oh
disappeared.
no. That's my thing. No,
I won't. I won't put that on Jordan. Jordan never disappeared.
no, sir.
Jordan wasn't affecting winning as much as people thought he would, as far as winning playoff series and all. I think within his first 3 years, he had only first three playoffs, he only won one game out of them. So they say he was just a major scorer that couldn't do anything else. And then once that clicked, and he realized, but the other guys already knew. The guys, Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, Everybody in the league knew Michael Jordan was that guy coming up, and once he got it, and it happened. It is what it is. So I just wait for Luka to get to his moment because I see what's going to come, man. Like this is easy at 22. I can't even think about what 25 going to be.
Man, dang, man, we almost hour 30, bro. Let's get the rest of these. There's a lot of more questions that came in. Let's get these out the way real quick. He was lucky, no Booker there. Not sure what the that we talk about. VIP talking about
Probably
on that.
probably in the media as far as Booker not being been an MVP conversation, but I really think CP3 needs to be in there though. VIP.
No, I don't hear CP3's name either. Matter of fact, I just saw a thumbnail for a video because Giannis dropped 50, and it's like, oh yeah, we forgot about Giannis. It's like how you forget about a dude who just won a championship and who's an MVP in this league, bro? I don't understand that, bro.
Man, I be wanting Giannis. I know we fans over here, the Mavs, but I kind of want Giannis to win another one just
Me too.
because I feel like Giannis is on pace. Like they don't even talk about it as much. Giannis's pace is maybe the greatest pace of all time. Like
Bro,
his
he's
pace,
26. Look at
his
his
career,
resume.
his
Yeah,
resume. He's arguably a top 20 player of all time already. Like at this
yeah.
point, they don't give him the credit he deserves because they're always trying to find somebody else is better than him.
It says K Dale said Luka should have went to the ref and got him ejected out of the game. Man, I don't think Luka really cares about it, man. Like he kind of has that Reggie Miller in him, man. Like, oh, you talking noise? I'm about to put your
Yeah,
team out here real
yeah.
quick. You know what I'm saying? Like he takes it for what it is, man. Some people would do that, but I don't think Luka would do that.
Plus, there's certain words that you can't throw at Luca like you could throw it like LeBron and them because obviously color works.
Yes,
So
that'd be great.
like it's different. You can't heckle him the same way. I should say it's respectful heckling. I feel like it's okay. He understands the fans are going to talk their trash and all. It's just certain levels of things you can't go past, and other teams and other fans do those things, so they should be removed. But I had no problem with the fans heckling Luca.
All right, man. Brother says I like Bertans too. Can't believe we got him for a guy who is still wearing
Still
street
wearing
clothes.
street clothes. Yep.
Supposedly, man, they said he's supposed to be back after the All Star game.
Allegedly. So why he missed before the All-Star game? They not winning.
I'm ready to see him in his first game, man. I'm gonna see. Hey, you finally get your chance, man. Nobody there to stop you and not give you the opportunities and all that type of stuff. We're gonna see what you're talking about.
I've never been to a basketball game where a guy scored 40 points or above. I'm going to that game on April Fool's Day against KP in Washington, D.C. And if Luka might hit that 50-point again in that game, I'm telling y'all, that's a big
It'd be
game.
nice. He got multiple 50 games this year. It'd been
Yeah.
nice. Luka was so disappointing after the 2021 playoffs and Tokyo game that he needs to recover for a longer period. Fourth place is the same as 44th place. No medals. Still, what's that say?
After, I think he just said, like after.
Oh, okay. After Batum's block in the last, I think I said last. He said he could play versus USA in the final. Yeah, it's a little different though, man. If you're in fourth place and you lose a game, you still got three other games to try to win. You know what I'm saying? You still got a chance to win. With that, you lose, then that's it. You don't get one chance. You know what I'm saying? It's one game and you're out. So it's a little different, man.
I think he's talking about the Olympics, though, bro. I think he's
that's what I'm
saying
saying. He's talking about
he's
the
saying
place
fourth
that he
place in
was
the
in
Olympics.
the Olympics compared to
Yeah,
like being like in the fourth place here in the NBA.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, it's like it's a different look, man. It's kind of like comparing apples and oranges, man. It's like I said, that one game you lose, you're out of there. With the Mavs, you can be in fourth, fifth, sixth. We've seen teams lower seeds beat high teams before, so he has a better chance of doing that compared to being in the Olympics. So
yeah, I think he's just saying he was disappointed after that because he was in fourth. I don't even think, and I told you VIP when you said that before, that I wasn't even thinking about that. Like that was major. Or even Pavel was saying that before. I think Luka really wanted the gold medal. I think Luka thought he can get the gold medal.
Yeah, I do too.
And I think a lot of teams knew Luka was coming for the gold medal. And I think once he lost that game, I don't even think he wanted the bronze medal. I think he felt like he was defeated and like I don't want to be third place. We could have been.
Look how crushed he was after losing that game.
Yeah, that's what I said. I think
that before he got to the old medal game.
And even that medal game, he didn't seem like he cared much. Like they just got destroyed. It was like we're done. after all that.
All right, man. Let's see. KY says you said yeah, true. It broke Luca's heart after that France game. He was there lying on the floor, dog tired and disappointed. Yeah, that boy Luca gave it his all, man.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I guess they talking about it. Yeah, they
Hmm.
having a conversation. Let's see.
Yep.
Uh,
I
I
don't
don't
think
think
he
he
wanted the
wanted
bronze
LeBron
medal.
yet.
Yep.
Yeah.
I
Let's
told you.
see.
I don't think he wanted that.
He said Sheriff Luca is coming to LA again. Let's see. K Dub, what's K Dub say? Then people had problems. He was on a yeah, man, on a holiday smoking hookah. Let
I
him
ain't had
live
no
his life.
I ain't no problem with that. Jordan
I had
smokes
no
cigars.
problem either, man. I had no problem.
He does get an off time. He does
Yeah,
get an
he
off
does.
time. Like
And
it's okay.
VIP said, "Yeah, man, you 100%. Yeah, we all agree with that one, man.
Hmm.
Definitely all agree with that one. There's a lot more to go, man. Okay. Lai says, how do you think the MVP title should be given to players? Should the media have as much power with the votes? Look, man. To kind of answer to that right there, Lies. This is why the NBA players have this end of the year award show. It's pretty much to show that look, we are the ones who play against these people. We know who's an MVP and all that stuff. That's why they had these awards. Because with the media, like I said, the media can easily control a certain narrative, which hurts somebody's pockets. That's the part that people don't like. Like I think you touched on this before, King. If you're gonna do it that way, like if the media's gonna vote, have it like a 50-50 thing, man. So that way, like you
Yep.
don't dictate the whole entire narrative.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So that way you can kind of get the players' input on who should get the MVP. Because I mean the players aren't stupid, but they're not gonna sit here and say like, Frank Ntilikina should get MVP. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what you're scared of. Like, come on, bro. Give the players a little bit more credit than that. They're not gonna go out there and say something stupid like that. They know who the top guys out here is putting this work in and stuff, man. They know who the MVP candidates are and who deserves it. You know what I'm saying? And so, and you can tell by because look at the award show that they had the last couple of years.
Hmm.
They're picking the good players to win the MVP and the six man and all that stuff. So I feel like they shouldn't give the final say so on who should get the MVP and all that stuff, man. Because like I said, at that point you're grabbing onto narrative and you're playing with somebody's money. Like I said with the Jason Tatum thing, go back and look at that podcast, and he said that it cost him $30 million because of a narrative that the media was pushing out there. Even though this guy was balling that year,
Yeah.
and it cost him $30 million. So yes, I agree, Lies. I feel like it should be maybe a 50-50. If y'all don't want to go completely away from the media controlling that, make it 50-50. The way the players get a say so in that too.
The players, I think Clay Thompson, another good example though. He lost out on money one year because he didn't make the All NBA team.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I remember that. Yeah, I remember
Also,
that.
I wish our boy Thomas was watching as well. He didn't make the All 75 team, Clay Thompson, because of the media. But I think they should separate it into three. So two things about voting. I think they should make it three people should vote for it. The media, the coaches, and the players should all have a say in
Okay,
MVP. I
that's
think.
fair. That's fair.
Um,
See that?
and I think the reason I know why they stopped the players from voting for it because that year that Wilt Chamberlain averaged like 50 points and 25 rebounds,
Yeah,
he didn't win MVP that year because the players weren't big fans of Wilt Chamberlain.
but
So
that was you.
I know. What I'm saying is that if that ever happened again, though, where a player just wasn't liked in the league, players could have control to do that. So I know why they changed it. With that being said,
So,
since
but
media,
that we could say the same thing about the media too. Because look
that's
at how
what
they
I'm saying.
did. Look at how they did Dwight Howard for the top 75.
Yes,
They
that's what
don't
I'm
like
saying.
Dwight Howard, so you're not getting on the top 75.
That's what
They
I'm
don't
saying.
like Terrell Owens, so you're not gonna be on first ballot Hall of Fame. You know what I'm
Since the
saying? It's stuff
media
like that,
does
bro.
that, that's why you should give them all a third of the vote.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying give each one of them a third of the vote. That's one thing because the coaches can be involved as well, and I trust the coaches more than probably
Both
the
of
others
them.
do it as well.
Yeah.
And then secondly, they need an MVP and an Offensive Player of the Year.
Or
They need to not,
outstanding player of the year. One. Yeah. You know
they
what?
need to
You're
not just
right.
have a Defensive Player of the Year. They
Offense.
need to have an Offensive Player of the Year as well because
Yes.
the narrative of MVP is being changed
Yep.
because of Offensive Player of the Year, like the way Steph Curry was able to have a play-in team last year and be second or whatever in MVP. That's ridiculous. He could have been the most the Offensive Player of the Year. but he should not have been MVP. There's nowhere near MVP. Like CP3 should have got more votes than Steph Curry last year again.
I
But
was saying that, but
that's just my opinion on it.
like I said, like you said, the definition of an MVP changes every year. It seems like
Yep.
it's like now it's to the point like, oh, who got the best record? I told you before, who has the best record? Okay, who's the best player on that team? Him. Okay, you get the MVP.
Yep.
It's like they're dominating though. The whole entire team is dominating. Why he get the MVP? We talking about this guy who literally dragging this pizza crust right here to the playoffs. That's the MVP right there.
Yep, that's
you know what I'm saying? So
how was Ja Morant high on the MVP than him? Based off of what Pavel just showed us, how is Ja Morant higher than Luka Doncic on the most valuable player list?
And then remember I told you, you also have another player on your team who is part of another category.
Most improved.
Most improved. Yes. Yep. So who most improved on this team?
Hey, don't ask me. I mean, I guess JB could be.
Yeah, JB could be. Why is the media hate for Luka big right now? Is disrespectful. Yeah, man, we don't know. I literally don't know, man. Like, sometimes when you see, like I said, for example, like we said, the Dwight Howard not making the All 75. They just didn't flat out like Dwight Howard. We already know that. That's not a secret. Everybody knows that the media didn't like Dwight Howard. Or Terrell Owens not making first ballot Hall of Fame in the NFL. We all know the media didn't like Terrell Owens. And so those are kind of easy to point out. With Luka, I have no earthly idea, man, why they're doing this man like this.
Or like really Barry Bonds not making the Hall of Fame ever, being off the list now and never being caught for doing steroids. But it's different conversations. Yeah, I agree with everything you said, bro. I won't get to the next one, actually, because this is an excellent conversation, right? I want you to read that, and I want to first crack at it, please.
Okay, Ja and Luka are the same age as well. Maybe because Ja's having a good season, but Luka has had 4 good seasons. It's becoming Luka for Slovenia, Eastern Europe, and Ja for USA. Take it away.
All right, I want to go to Ja Morant real quick. I want to say his numbers out loud real quick. Ja Morant for the season is averaging 26.8, 5.8 rebounds, and 6.9 assists. Is that a good year for Luka Doncic?
That's Luka in the first quarter, my friend. That's what he had. That's what he had tonight in the first quarter.
That's Luka, fat boy Luka, saying, I can't do all this. He's putting up 26.8, so Luka scores more than him. Luka gets way more rebounds than him and way more assists than he does. Yep. How is Ja Morant higher on the list than Luka Doncic? I don't know. And Luka, sorry, how about this one too? Luka Doncic is a better defender than Ja Morant. So the only thing Ja Morant can do is jump higher than Luka Doncic. That's it. On every other check box, Luka's better than Ja Morant. Every other check box. But it is what it is.
This is the example I go back to. Luka is in the conversation for top 5 in the league.
Yep.
Have anybody on this show that's watching us, have y'all ever heard Ja's name being in the conversation for top 5 in the league? No. Not top 5 under 25, not top 5 in the West, none of that. I'm talking about, have you ever heard his name being top 5 in the league?
Nope.
We're talking about a guy who has not touched an All-NBA team yet.
Nope.
This is going to be Luka's 3rd year. You know what I'm saying? And so, like I said, that right there tells you enough right there. All it is, man, the media grabs onto a certain narrative for that year, man, and they just run wild with it. Because like you said, the numbers bear it out right there. Like, Luka has a better record, better numbers than Ja Morant. That's just fact. This is not opinion. This is a fact.
And this team wins more.
They don't look at that, though.
Please post that, everybody. Please post that on your Twitters. Get that out there to everybody you can. Luka's numbers are better than Ja. Luka is a better defender than Ja. Luka team wins more when Luka is on the floor than Ja's does with Ja on the floor. I don't understand it. Like, there's push that all out there so the media can answer it and tell us why.
Exactly. Bro, we got a minute 39. Let's go ahead and finish this up, man. We got a lot more. Okay. Here we go. Let's run through these real quick. You guys will be the Dallas Mavericks media. I believe ESPN will be calling you guys to tell you what's up, Dallas. I see it. Keep grinding with these shows and we'll keep sharing. Appreciate that, Pavel, man. ESPN don't want us, man. We don't.
Nah, they do. They want us. They
don't fall in line like we do.
They can't afford us, Pavel. Know that.
Candy, what's good, man? He says Luka over Ja. Yes, sir. That's all day, every day, man.
All day, every
Definitely
day.
all day, every day. K Dub says Luka versus the USA will be a mad game. He said Luka would have been so motivated to win for his country and his family.
Yeah,
I really believe Luka then would have won that championship, man,
yeah,
if
I
they
do
had made
too.
it. I really believe that, bro. I'm not even just saying it. I really believe it.
Yeah,
All right, man. Live says Nico shared a bit of info. It seems Luka's signature shoe is in the works with Jordan at the moment.
that's too late, man. I really don't think Luka's gonna stay with Jordan. I'm telling you, I think he might go to
I
Nike
say he should
after.
have signed. I think he should stay with
Yeah,
Nike. I
he
said
should have
that
went straight Nike. I don't think he's gonna stay with Jordan though. Like I don't know why he would.
because look,
Zion had his 2 years before him.
the thing is too, man. Being a sneakerhead, when you look at when you think of Jordans, you think of
Retro,
Jordans. Like I
retros,
don't
yep.
really see nobody walking around with no Westbrooks on and no Zions and whoever else signed with Jordan. They have on
CP3s.
retro Jordans. You know what I'm saying? And so I don't understand why Luka signed with Jordan, man. That just didn't make any sense to me. And then you got people like Jason Tatum, no disrespect, or not. Forget Jason. He's supposed to be getting his own shoe, but Zion got a shoe before Luka.
Yeah, 2 years. 2 years before Luka. If Luka gets it next year, Zion had it 2 years before.
Luka should have stayed with Nike, bro. Excuse me. All right, K Dub says Luka needs to improve his free throws. He could have had 50 today. Yeah, that's one of Luka's weaknesses, man. Just the free throws. I don't know what it is, man. I
It's
don't know what it
it's
is.
some legs, like you said, it's conditioning and it's mental. It's conditioning. It's part of his conditioning too. When he comes that year, he comes back in his peak form, whatever year that may be, he's gonna be shooting about 80%. I believe it.
I hope you're right, man. All right, K Dub said, "How does Zion have one and not look?" Yeah, we just said that, man. Like I don't get it, but it is what it is.
How does Paul George have one and not
Oh
Luca?
my god, why you
Not
say
to
that, man?
say, and I don't got a problem with Paul George's shoes. I'm just saying, like, if we talk about levels of this, how does Luca not have a signature shoe? How did it take this long?
Yeah, exactly. The dude I heard first team All NBAs and starting the All Star games and all this stuff is a beast on the court, but nothing. All right, Mark Cuban to the Pels commentator Joel Myers before the game on paying Jalen Brunson this summer. I haven't played the luxury. I haven't. Probably I haven't paid. Haven't paid the luxury tax in a long time. I can afford it.
Yep.
Yeah,
Put
I
that on
mean
the
we already know they
screen
want to
right.
keep him. We
Put it
already
on
know
the
they want
screen
to
right.
keep him, man. VIP,
Yeah,
you wild.
they're gonna keep J. If JB takes that 20, they're gonna really try to push him to take like that 18, just to be a hometown discount or something from Tim Hardaway, I think. But if JB takes it and he's fine with if that number, if JB has a number in his head and he's okay with taking it, the Mavs gonna give it to him.
True. All right, man. Raymond says, Ja just looks more explosive just because of his hops. Luca makes it all look easy. Yeah, that's what King been preaching about, man.
Yeah.
It's all it is because he's more explosive. That's it.
And Luca gets to the rim
We
and
got
can
her
dunk.
dominating the whole both sides of the ball, though, man.
And Luca
On
can
all
dunk on
that.
people with ease too, man. Like Luca, you see the day he had a dunk, he just puts you on his body. He's so big where you can't stop him from going to the rim, even though he can't jump. He can get there with ease with guys on him because he's just so big. Parts.
He's stupid. K Dub Zion could be finished, bro. Yeah, that's what King was saying. That's what he believes. And last but not least, we finally made it, man. Say K Dub says great show, guys. Oh, one came in. Great show. Thanks, guys. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. And then VIP says Luca free throws low percentage is because his tiredness. Yeah, like that's what King said. He just might have been in the legs, man. Remember, he scored 25 points in the first half, man. The dude scored 100 and what was it, 150 points or something like that, man, over like 4 games or something,
Four
man. Like
games, yeah.
he's putting it all out there, man. So yeah, it might be what it is, probably them legs.
Yeah.
All right, man. I think we made it, King. I think we made it. Go ahead,
Yes.
subscribe to the end right here, man. We already to an hour and 45 minutes. Geez, these shows are getting longer.
Hey, this is
All
what for the
right,
All-Star game, man.
I'd like to thank y'all for rocking with us tonight. You guys could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us. Listen, guys, if you're new to the show, new to the channel, please do us a huge favor, guys, and hit that subscribe button and go ahead and hit that notification bell too. So whenever we drop any content for you guys, you know when we're about to drop, man. We had a lot of people tonight, man, in the live tonight. It's been live, man, the last few videos, man. We definitely appreciate y'all. And also, guys, if you enjoyed the content, go ahead and hit that like button too, guys. That will help a lot with the algorithm for the show. We're definitely trying to get it out. We're getting more views. We're getting more likes, getting more subscriptions, guys. Slowly but surely, we're going to get to our goal. We're about to be halfway to 500, so we're definitely trying our best to hustle and grind to get to that. But like King said before, guys, like and share, guys, with your fellow Mad fans, man. Like if y'all want to, once y'all go to the comment sections of like Locked On Mavs or other Mav podcasts, man, and just
And
throw
tell them
out
about
names,
us.
throw out We Talk Mavs, man. Get some more people in here, man. We're trying to build this Mav community here on We Talk Mavs on the Glow Sun Sports YouTube channel. Um, Also, guys, too, our Twitter's starting to grow a little bit too. Go ahead and follow us there on Twitter, guys, at We Talk Mavs. We also take comments and questions and stuff like that, man. We conversate things like that on there. We're kind of getting a little bit more active on that too, man. We definitely appreciate you guys following us on that too. King, is there anything else I'm missing?
Good night, Glow Gang GGs. That's
Yes,
it.
sir. Glow Gang, man. We definitely appreciate y'all, man. We definitely appreciate y'all, new and old, man. We appreciate y'all.
Do you got
Um,
one question for you, real quick? Are we going
go
to try
ahead.
to do a show after the All Star game to wrap it up? But since we're not up till Friday,
How you want to do it, man?
I mean, we can do one maybe Monday or so, All Star
I was
Sunday.
gonna say if you want, we could just pick it back up when the next Mavs game.
So you
We
just
kind
want
of
to pick
get a
up
little
the
break
next match?
ourselves.
Okay,
Or
that's fine.
unless you want to get one more video, and we can do
That's what
like
I'm
a
saying. Just one
matter of
more
fact,
wrap.
you know what, y'all? We'll do this. We'll do an all question and comment show.
All right,
We'll do
Monday.
that
Let's do it Monday after the All Star game.
Monday after the All Star show. After the All Star game, that'll work, man. We'll do one Monday.
Yep.
So yeah, guys, please be there on Monday, guys. We'll do an all comment and question show. It's gonna be y'all show on Monday. So hope we'll see you guys there. Um,
Try to start a little earlier.
Yeah, we'll try, man. Depending on what how my day go. So it's gonna see how that go.
We got
VIP
it.
said, and also for yeah, he was saying that, and then Lai says, "Good night, brothers. Appreciate it, man. Good night to you too,
Good night,
man. Good night
Lions.
to all the Close Sun gang out there. We
Yes.
definitely appreciate you guys. Like I said, guys, subscribe, click on that notification bell, like the content, follow our Twitter at We Talk Mavs. With all that being said, guys, it is your boy Real. I
Yes,
got
sir.
my co-host, partner in crime, King. And we will catch y'all guys here on Monday as we do our live questions and comments. So we hope to see you guys there soon.
Peace.
And go Mavs. Same
GG.
map time, same map channel. I see I forgot, King, but I got it. I got it.